Good evening, this is Natasha Newsome. And I know something. Tonight we're starting with the situation between Russia, Ukraine, and the United States. Why the war began, what each side wants, why America is involved, and what current peace talks mean for everyday people. The war between Russia and Ukraine did not begin in 2022. Its modern roots go back to 2014, when Russia annexed Crimea and supported separatist movements in eastern Ukraine, particularly in a region known as the Donbas. That conflict continued at a lower level for years. On February 24, 2022, Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, expanding the war into the largest military conflict in Europe since World War II. Analysts point to several reasons behind Russia's actions. Russia has sought to keep Ukraine within its sphere of influence, and prevent it from fully aligning with Western institutions like the European Union and NATO. Russian leadership has also expressed concern over Ukraine's democratic trajectory and independence. In addition, Russia has used historical and cultural claims to justify territorial ambitions, particularly in eastern Ukraine. Ukraine's position today is clear. Ukraine wants full control of its internationally recognized territory. Ukrainian leaders say peace cannot come at the cost of sovereignty or forced land concessions. Ukraine is also seeking long-term security guarantees to prevent future invasions. Russia's position is also clear. Russia demands Ukrainian withdrawal from parts of the Donbas region, and wants recognition of Russian control over contested territories. These territorial demands remain the central obstacle in peace negotiations. The United States is involved for several reasons. A prolonged war in Europe threatens regional stability and NATO allies. US leaders argue that allowing borders to be changed by force sets a dangerous global precedent. The war has also disrupted global energy markets, food supplies, and trade routes, affecting prices and inflation worldwide, including in the United States. This week, representatives from the United States, Ukraine, and Russia met in Abu Dhabi for rare trilateral peace talks. These talks are fragile. At the center of negotiations is the Donbas region. Russia insists Ukraine must withdraw from parts of the region for peace to move forward. Ukraine has rejected those conditions. Even as talks continue, fighting has not stopped. Russian strikes have hit major Ukrainian cities, damaging civilian infrastructure while diplomacy unfolds. For Americans, the stakes are real. Global instability affects energy costs, food prices, and economic pressure at home. US foreign policy decisions shape alliances and long-term commitments. This conflict may be overseas, but its effects are felt far beyond the battlefield. According to an exclusive source among high-level officials in the Department of Utter Foolishness and Alternative Thoughts, the true cause of the US, Ukraine, and Russia conflict has now been identified. Internal documents labeled "extremely classified, please do not read" indicate the situation is the result of demonic intergalactic aliens working to disrupt global food supplies and widen the wealth divide. A leaked memo titled Operation Milkshake, allegedly authored by senior analyst Greg "Do Not Ask Me" Thompson, states that destabilizing governments creates optimal conditions for financial collapse and extraterrestrial acquisition of Earth assets. The memo specifically highlights dairy reserves as a priority target, describing them as, quote, liquid gold with emotional leverage. Another classified briefing, referenced only as Appendix Mu, claims Ukraine's fertile land and agricultural infrastructure make it a strategic location for milking global instability, while international markets remain distracted by territorial disputes. Citations within the file reference studies conducted by the Institute for Advanced Guessing, the Center for Vibes and Feelings, and a peer-reviewed NAP, taken during a budget meeting. One footnote simply reads, "Trust us." Additional documents warn that while world leaders debate borders and ceasefires, bovine outputs remain dangerously under-monitored, creating what the report calls a, quote, buttery window of opportunity. The files conclude that once global markets are sufficiently shaken, intergalactic forces will move in quietly, lactose intolerant but profit-focused, and finalize control of international dairy futures. This information has not been confirmed by anyone responsible, credible, or awake. This is Natasha Newsome. And I know something.